Welcome to ComSpark. My name is Taylor Gorning, and I'm here with Chris Hickok. He's the IT director at Home City Ice. It's good to be with you today, Chris.
Very good to be with you, Taylor.
So, why don't you introduce yourself first for those who don't know you, and a little bit of background.
Sure, absolutely. Well, again, as Taylor said, I'm Chris with Home City Ice. I've been with the company now for an astounding 15 years. Started with the company as a delivery driver during school and worked through both my undergrad and grad school as a plant manager. I've spent some time customer facing, and for the last 6 or 7 years have been in IT. So it's been a great career and a great journey with a great company.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So what would you say is something you and your team are proud of as far as an accomplishment for the last, or over the last 12 months?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest things that we have as an opportunity to contribute to our company is by using some analytical methods to try to improve our customer service while reducing delivery miles. So for us, our biggest cost, believe it or not, isn't how we make or produce or store ice, it's how we transport it. And it's one of our biggest competitive advantages. So we're able to keep customers in product at all times, but do so efficiently. So it's very easy to make a last mile delivery to, let's say, a Kroger or a Walmart store or a Speedway gas station every day. But the issue with that becomes product is not fresh because your customers are buying that top layer to a product, right? And so the business came to us and said, are there any ways that we can automate this process, right? So can we use analytical data? Because we obviously have sales history, right? We have weather trends. We know what our business does seasonally. So how can we automate this so that we go to customers at an appropriate time? Everyone has fresh product and they have ice. So we've implemented with some analytics partners modeling to be able to trend that customer sales history, current inventory levels, and then drive those deliveries. So it's been a huge impact. We're not all the way there.
Yeah.
It's something that we're still working through, but I'm very proud with the progress that we've made so far with it, and we should have it in full release soon.
That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hurdles or challenges, or if
Oh,
you
man.
could name one just to get to this point that...
Only one. Is it the only one?
Yeah, just one.
Only one. So it's interesting because right now this whole analytical process is a very manual, labor-intensive process that's in the heads of all of our business leaders. And trying to translate that into modeling that works for the business has, of course, been a challenge. And then once we get it out there, verifying those results in real time with minimal disruption to the business. So you get this model out there, and it's an iterative process, but you don't want to blow up what they're doing. So being able to find an efficient way to test has absolutely been a challenge for us, and it's something that I don't have a great answer for yet, but we're working through one iteration at a time.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
You've kind of already answered this, but it's really important to align with the business units from an IT, from a technology perspective. It sounds like that's obviously a business-related initiative that they approached you on, or maybe it was a collaborative effort. But how do you, is it important? Yes, the answer to that, and how do you align to the rest of the business?
So you hear those old CIO war stories where 10, 15, 20 years ago, getting someone to buy into digital transformation, this is going to take my job, this is, how do I use this? That was a battle, right? And I think now it has changed. I've seen it change within the last 5 years to where the business is hungry for it. They have seen what digital transformation can do, can automate menial tasks, can improve results, right? And so it's no longer an IT to find ways to partner. Businesses is knocking our doors down saying, hey, can you do this, can you do that? Which is a great problem to have.
Yeah.
So we become more stewards of the value that we deliver. So I have to look at all of those projects as our doors getting beat down. Here's 10 of them, what's the highest value to the business? And so it's being able to flesh out those value statements and looking at the real results from the business that I think has changed for us within the last 5 or 6 years.
What kind of metrics do you use to attribute to that value, I guess, or how's that value, from a metrics perspective?
Sure. So it's very easy to kind of cop out and say, what is the revenue gain or the cost savings? And that's absolutely huge for us.
Right.
Yeah, sure. But in a very tight labor market, in an environment where you want to be very good to your people, there are soft savings that can't necessarily be quantified. You can put some value to some people's time.
Yeah.
But I think taking those in and weighting those as the business values. I've had projects where it's really hard to show a direct ROI, but I can see how much easier it's going to make the life of one of our people. And so the business has supported that, which has been great.
Yeah. From a mobility standpoint, I'm sure the impact has been big. What is the overall impact and strategy, at Home City Ice?
Sure. So for us, the majority of the users of our technology are mobile users. users. Something like 4 times the people in the field, be it delivery drivers, service technicians, Salesforce, all utilize our technology over and above just the typical desktop experience. So for me, it's been a matter, or it's been an exercise in how can we make things more real time for them. As data pricing has come down, it's become a lot more feasible for us to present information on whatever device makes sense. So our sales team, for instance, has iPads with all of the sales data that they need. Our delivery drivers have Android tablets with that data that used to be phone calls and manual intervention, whereas now it's pushed directly to them. So it's been a great opportunity to kind of make their lives a little bit easier and a little bit more efficient. For sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you're a Cincinnati-based organization.
Yes.
And finding talent in this arena that we're in
Absolutely.
is extremely tough. Retaining that talent, developing that talent, and everything else. So talk to us about the culture of Home City Ice and why it's a great place to be, and why somebody in administration, operation, software development, architecture, you name it, would be interested in joining that culture.
So we were laughing earlier about my tenure being 15 years, but it's often that I'm in rooms with people where I'm the rookie still. I'm still the junior member, right?
Yeah.
And so I think there's a reason that people who have options stay at a company like Home City. And for me, it's kind of that family emphasis. So it's grown from a single state, single location operation to now we have over 100 facilities operate in 20 states, but yet somehow we've been able to manage and retain somewhat of a family culture. And so it's not, while the returns and ROI is important, as I mentioned earlier, there's a big emphasis on people, right? And so there's a qualitative effort there to really make your employment experience enjoyable. So I've enjoyed being there. Most of the people I work with have similar tenure, so it's just a great environment.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on the success and
Absolutely.
the innovative things you're doing that have tremendous business value. I wish you the best in the future, and it's good to spend time with you today.
Awesome. Thank you, Ted.
Chris,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
a lot. If you have any additional questions, you can go to comspark.tech.